right, viewers, let's look at this question. Friends, quite simple. So we're already in variation. Now we're looking at joint variation. Under the joint variation, it can be two quantities varying directly. One of them is varying inversely. So you can see here that Q varies directly at P and vary inversely as Y. You can see that Q is maybe increasing, Q and P are increasing while Y is decreasing. That is the three quantity we're looking at, three variables. Now, when we introduce our sign of equality, we change variation sign to equality, we introduce our K, and then you can see that Kp times Y, 1 over Y. So finally, we now have K is equal to this Kp times 1 will give you Kp, then times 1 there. So let's try this. Q equal to 5, P equal to 200, Y equal to 10. The question is, find Q when P is equal to 400 and Y equal to 50. Three variables. Now look at our solution. We start by saying that Q is equal to Kp over Y. What does it mean? What is our Q? You see here that from equation 1, Q is 5, K is 5, then K is unknown, then P is 200, and YY is 10. We substitute. And at the end of the day, you can see that 200 times K, 200K equal to 10 times 5, 50. By the time you divide both sides by 200, K is equal to 1 over 4. Quite simple. Then when you come up here, the second case now says Q is equal to 5, P equal to 200, Y is 10. Then when I see Q is equal to unknown, that is the second case now. From here, Q, find Q. P is given, Y is given. What is our P? 400, Y is 50. So, but our equation, from equation 1 here, from our equation, we have Q is equal to Kp over Y. And then you can see that our K from this place is 1 over 4, that is 1 over 4 times 400 all over 50. Then this 4 here will now go down to multiply 50. So 400 over 4 times 50, that is how we arrive at this. 4 times 50 will give you 200. Then we'll now have 400 on top. 200 by 400 will give you 2. So Q is 2. Quite simple. So try this. The question says X varied directly as Y and inversely as Q. P equal to 20, Y equal to 50, then Q is equal to 25. Now find X when Q is 50, then and Y equal to 10. Try this, leave your answer in the comment section.